Okay, hi again, everybody. So I understand if it's a little weird seeing me do so many uploads in essentially one day, and in this case, in about 5 minutes or so, it'll be 2 days. But I wanted to try to do something like this, and sometimes it feels like in my mind, me trying to write stories myself is a little difficult, so this is the way I'm doing it. And I said I was gonna not do the next real one after this. But you know what? I might as well try to get some more progress made for you know reading through that one. So I think I might do that after I upload this, and then probably however long I go through the next one, I think is what I'm gonna do. Anyway, so this one is called High Hopes, Alexa Bliss, X Mail Reader. Chapter one is meeting her. You and the band were currently getting ready to play in Columbus, Ohio. Panic at the Disco was on tour with Fallout Boy. You didn't know how you did it, but you've been Panic at the Disco's frontman for about 2 years now. Yes, it's not the same without Brendan, but you were keeping the band alive, and the fans were highly appreciating what you've been doing for not only them, but you're doing all you could to keep this band going. You are currently sitting in your dressing room, thinking about your past with your time in NGPW. You ran your hand across the scar on your forearm from when your last opponent ran it across broken glass. You winced in pain at the thought of it until you hear a knock at the door, snapping you of your thoughts. Jake, you ready? Yep, be there soon. You get up from the couch, put on your jacket, and walk to the stage entrance where the others are waiting. Is our POV, Jake's POV. Once again, I was having a mini panic attack. But what else is new? I'm sure every singer feels it before they go out on show, right? Stage right. I sat out my thoughts as the music started playing. I joined the rest of the guys before the curtain dropped and revealed us all. I walk up to the mic and start to sing. Obviously, we have this song here, High Hopes. Halfway through the song, I look out to the crowd and see a bunch of women in the front row. Wait, is that who I think it is? I thought I was dreaming, but it was her, Alexa fucking Bliss, with Becky Lynch, Mickey James, and Lana. I go up to her and smile at her before looking directly into her eyes and offering my hand while I sing to her. She smiles back and gladly accepted it before I kissed her hand. She smiled wildly as I came to finishing the song. After the song was finished, we went on with the next one. Later on in the show, it was near the end for the acoustic slash piano set. I walked up to the piano again and started playing random notes before looking over at Alexa again. How are we feeling tonight, Columbus? The crowd cheers in response. Me too, haha. I continued playing the piano. I just want to say we have some special guests tonight. Columbus, please make some noise for some of the women from WWE. The crowd cheers as they all wave to them. I want to dedicate this next song to them, especially to the very beautiful Alexa Bliss. The crowd cheers as Alexa shyly looks at her feet for a second as they start the song. After the song, I blew a kiss to Alexa as she gladly accepted it. The rest of the show went on as we came to the last song. The song came to an end as the rest of the guys kept playing, and I raised my hands in the air. Thank you so much, Columbus. Good night. I take a bow after the music stops, and me and the guys toss out guitar picks to the fans as they lean down from the stage and kiss Alexa on the cheek. At first, she was surprised, but she took it all in before I saw that she and the others had backstage passes. I'll walk off stage while waving to the fans and head to the dressing room. I take a quick shower before I get ready to meet Alexa and the others. Now we're in Alexa's POV. He noticed me. What a show. Lexi, you there? I snapped down my thoughts and focused on what Becky was saying. Huh? Oh, sorry. What is it? Ready to go backstage? Yeah, just need to recuperate from that hot performance. Becky rolled her eyes at me, and the others followed the guard to meet Panic, and especially the cute new singer. This is Jake's POV now. I put on my jacket and walk out to the lounge to meet the fans, especially Alexa. I get to the entrance of the lounge and walk in. What's up, guys? They all cheered, as did a couple of fangirls who nearly fainted. They start talking to some of the fans, as do the others. After a few minutes, I make my way to the women of WWE. I shyly walk up to Alexa and tap her shoulder. She turns around and smiles wildly before she squeals and hugs you tightly. After a little while talking to them, Lana asked me about my time as a wrestler in NJPW. I was a former indie wrestler for NJPW, but I gave all that up after my last injury. What was it? I basically shattered every bone in my foot after I miscalculated a jump. They were in shock, but Becky just nodded and showed you support. I was thinking, how would you like to come and watch us and everyone else at Raw this week? I can acquire some backstage passes for you and the others. Sure, I'd like that. Great. We'd be happy to have you in attendance. Here's my number. I'll text you where to meet up. Alexa and I exchanged contact info and I took some photos with all of them and I talked some more before it's time to wrap it up. Thank you, Jake, for such an amazing night, and hopefully I'll see you at Raw on Monday night. You're welcome. Happy you enjoyed the show. I hugged Alexa and the others before they all said goodbye before I waved goodbye to them, and I went back to my change dressing room to gather my stuff and head back to the hotel. I drove back to the hotel, go to my room, and plot down on my bed before I open my phone and look at the pictures I took with Alexa. She's so damn beautiful. Too bad she's with Buddy Murphy. I snap out my thoughts and get ready for bed. Alexa's POV. I just pulled into the driveway. Tonight was a night that I'll never forget. I unlocked the door and walked into the sound of moaning. I was curious at first, but I knew exactly what was going on. I ran to the bedroom and caught Murphy with Sasha. What the fuck are you doing? Oh shit, Lexi! Murphy shot up his head up, and Sasha got off him fast, quickly putting on whatever clothes she could put on fast enough, and ran out the door and drove off. Murphy got up while struggling to put his pants on. I felt lonely. That's enough. I'm fucking done with you, Murphy. I'm leaving you. I gathered whatever belongings I had and my pets, walked out the door, loaded up my car, and drove off while Murphy stood in the doorway and pleaded me to come back inside. So I just flipped him off and drove away. After I got back to the closest hotel, I get to my room and set all my stuff down, let my dogs, Izzy and Teddy, and my pig, Larry Steve, get settled in before I plop on the bed and curl up in a ball and start crying. Why? Just why? I felt the urge to fall asleep. I don't resist and fall asleep in no time. Opening up. You wake up after a long deserved rest from last night's concert. You reach over to the nightstand, check your phone. It looks like I texted you last night, but of course you were tired and sleepy from the concert. You open your phone and read the message from Alexa. Hey, hey, Jake. Would it be cool if we met up soon? I need someone to talk to, like badly. Why? I'm gonna be seeing you and everyone else later tonight. Is there something wrong? Yes. It's kind of a long story. Would you be able to meet up with me later today before Raw? Sure. I don't have to be at my next show in Dallas until Wednesday anyway. Anywhere in particular that you want to meet at? I know where there's a good cafe near there. Meet me there at 2. I'll send you the directions. Sounds good. See you then. See you there. You put your phone down and get ready for your day. Your POV. It had been a few hours since Alexa texted me. I was currently in the gym finishing up my workout as I did my last rep. I look over to see a couple of girls checking me out. They lightly waved and winked at me as I put the weight down and smile at them. I got all of my stuff and head back to the hotel. I get back to my hotel, take a shower, check the time, 1 p.m. I get in the shower, clean myself. After I get out, I put on a pair of jeans and a white t-shirt, comb my hair, and put my shoes on before I get a text saying she's on her way. I applied to her text, grab my wallet and keys, and head over to meet Alexa. A few minutes later, I find a parking spot and pull in. What does she want to talk about? Was this something I did at the concert? Probably not, but who knows? I snap out of my thoughts after I get out and see Alexa. She looks sad. What happened? She hugged me very tightly and I hug her back. She releases and looks at me with a sad face. I can tell by the look in her eyes that something was troubling her. Did anyone tell you what happened? I shook my head no. In response, she leaned and whispered in my ear. Murphy cheated on me with Sasha. I hug her again shortly after hearing that. After we ordered some coffee, Alexa told me the story of what happened last night and everything else that was going on between the two. I just sat there and listened to every single word she said. And now I just cut him from my life and I never want to hear from him again. I took a deep breath and just stared into Jake's eyes. So he planned to get in her pants while you were gone? I just nodded slowly. Obviously, he didn't deserve you if he decided to go behind your back like that. I've been with him for so long that I just sit here and think, why? Just why? Here's the thing about that, Alexa. You probably need to stop asking yourself questions and try to find the answer. I mean, yes, you had every right to be mad at him, but did he ever say why he decided to cheat on you in the first place? I mean, I've been in situations way worse than what you've gone through since last night. How worse? To the point where one of my ex's so-called sugar daddies had a gun pointed in my face. I was shocked to hear him say that since he was the nicest guy I ever met in my life. What did you do in that situation? I defended myself, of course. Look, what I'm trying to say is that you need to know the real answer on why Murphy cheated on you. I kind of did already. And what did he say? He told me that he was bored with me and that he needed to have someone else to have fun with. Apparently, Then the answer to your question is that he didn't deserve a beautiful and highly sophisticated woman like you. I'm not saying they should give him their chance, but obviously he wasn't at all interested in staying with one woman for the rest of his life. I was shocked in how he put it in the way he did. Wow, I never really thought of it that way. Do you understand what I'm saying now? I know as I put my hand on top of his. 100% clear. Thank you so much, Jake. I really needed that. My pleasure. Oh, by the way, I smile and pull out Jake's backstage pass. You're going to need that to come backstage. I smile widely and gladly accept it. Thanks, Alexa. Please call me Lexi. Thanks, Lexi. After a while of talking about wrestling and my past in GBW, we finished our coffee, paid the bill, and I left a tip for our waitress before I drove her back to the arena. As I pulled in, she gave me an offer that I never thought I would hear. I would never hear before. Do you want to come backstage and meet everyone? Plus, my match isn't until later. Sure. I smile and gladly accept the offer to walk around and meet the other superstars. Me and Lexi walk around and run into my old friend Finn Balor. Well, I'll be a son of a bitch. Is that my old friend Jake Storm? What's up, bro? Haven't seen you forever. You two know each other? Yeah, me and Finn wrestled together in NJPW when we were part of the Bullet Club, which also consisted of AJ Styles, um, and Cole Gallows and Anderson. But after his injury, he told us he had to leave the ring for a long period of time until his foot got better. But now that you're walking again, have you ever considered getting back in the ring? Not really. I'm still going to be on tour with Panic for a while, and Brendan hasn't put in word that he's coming back soon, so probably not anytime soon. Sorry, man. I understand, bro, but if you ever change your mind, then I can put in a good word 100 if you'd like to join WWE. I'd highly consider that, but I've sort of adopted to the music business, but I'm flattered by the offer. Tell you what, if I get a call or some kind of communication from Brendan about him coming back, maybe I'll get back in the ring. Done deal. We'd be happy to have you in WWE. Well, I gotta get ready. My match is first. I'll see you out there, bro. Front row. Can't miss me. Me and Finn bro hug, and I take a quick picture together before Finn walked off. And I walked with Lexi around backstage some more and talked to some of the other superstars before I had to go to my seat. Well, I guess I'll see you out there then. Defo, see you out there. Me and Lexi hug before our guard escorts me to my seat. Damn, Lexi has the brightest blue eyes I've ever seen. Lexi's POV. I go to my dressing room thinking about Jake. God, he's so cute. I wonder what he. Wait, I can't be. I'm just barely getting to know him. Have I moved on that fast? Give some time, Lexi. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday he'll pop the question and ask you out. I snap out my thoughts and get ready for Raw. 3 hours later, earlier tonight, I watched Lexi win her match against Natalia. Yes, I respect Natalia and the Hart family, but I couldn't be more happier than to watch Lexi win her match tonight. After the show had come to a close and everyone was making their way out of the arena, I texted Lexi and congratulated her on her win and told her I was coming backstage again. She told me she needed to take a quick shower, then she'd meet me after she got out. I'm able to get backstage without any trouble until trouble came and found me. Hey, singer boy, don't you have a voice to break? Don't you have to go give the legit boss her daily dose of Aussie sperm? Great, buddy fucking Murphy. Just wanted you to know that you should stay away from my fiance. Why should I? We're just friends. Plus, you may as well drop the whole fiance thing. She's done with you. Besides, don't you have Fosters and Wallabies to attend to anyway? Murphy gets in your way. You better watch your mouth, kid. Just get out of my way so I can go see Lexi. Murphy pushes me, but boy, was that the big mistake of his life. I lash out at Murphy and push him down harder than he fell flat on his bum in shock. Luckily, a guard came and broke it up. After I stated my case, they let me go and I met up with Lexi and Mickey. After we talked to each other, I checked the time on my phone and I knew I needed to get going and get ready to fly to Dallas tomorrow morning. Thank you for everything tonight, Lexi. I really appreciate what you and Mickey did for me. No problem, Jake. It was a pleasure having you, and thank you for our talk today. Sorry about the incident between you and Murphy. No problem. He ended up on the floor flat on his Aussie ass. We all share a laugh. I hugged them both one last time before hanging out to my car with Lexi. Want to face sometime soon? Sure, I'll call you when I land in Dallas and FaceTime you when I get to my hotel. Will we ever cross paths again soon? Well, I got a text from Brendan earlier saying that he's on the prowl of coming back soon, and we're planning something big for the shows in California. Super question, but want to come? Yes, yes, and triple yes. Haha, sweet. I'll text you more details about it soon. I gotta go. I have an early flight tomorrow. I hugged Lexi last time before getting in my car and waved goodbye to her. I'm definitely considering on asking her out. Yeah, maybe I should. 3 months have gone by, and you're currently in LA with Lexi for your final show of Panic at the Disco. Brandon Urie had been released from rehab and made a surprise appearance in Fresno, and you two did a duet together. You announced to the fan base that this would be your final show of Panic, and that you're going to be going your separate ways from the band after the last show of the tour. Brendan highly appreciated what you've done for the band, and you two had become good friends since then. Your status with Lexi had changed since you two met at a point where it was clear she had a crush on you. You knew that I liked her too, but you've kept it concealed for far too long. You're currently on stage with Brendan as the acoustic piano set was coming to a close. The show had been going great so far. We were about to start the next set before I looked over to Lexi as she just smiled at me and blew a kiss towards me. I smirked at her as Brendan started to play the piano and played the opening notes to Bohemian Rhapsody, and I began to sing. Later on, Brendan joined in and we sang together. I sat on the stage in front of Lexi as I was singing to her. I don't know what it was, but every time I looked into Lexi's eyes, they just sparkled like out of nowhere. As the song was about to end, I gave all of it what I got, and I just belted the last part of the song and joined Brendan at the piano as we both finished the song. Later on, this was it, the last song and my last performance. The song started as I put my mic up to my lips and I spoke to the crowd. All right, everyone, this is our final song together. Thank you all for the support, and thank you to Panic for giving me the chance of a lifetime. And thank you everyone for patiently waiting for my return. This is La Devotee. The song starts as we started to sing. The song ended as the band kept playing, and I was high-fiving the fans before I leaned down and kissed Lexi on the cheek. She smiled and cheered as this amazing night had come to a close. The band stopped playing before I put the mic back up to my lips and started to speak. Thank you so much, LA. Thank you, Panic at the Disco, for everything. Farewell and good night. The crowd roared in amazement and gratitude as me and Brendan walked off stage with the rest of the band. Afterwards, we went our separate ways before I met Lexi outside the arena with tears in her eyes. Oh my God, that was the greatest concert I've ever been a part of. Jake rocked the place with the guys. Tonight was a night that I'll never forget. He was so good, I joyfully cried after the show. I met with Jake outside before I ran into his arms as he swept me off the ground and into a hug. I silently laughed shortly before he put me down and kept hugging me. After we released our hug, we looked deep into each other's eyes before one of us spoke. Want to head on silver with the guys? Let's do it. Jake walked with me to his car before he opened my door, and I got in his car. After a few minutes on the road, we pulled into the Hollywood hotel parking lot. What are we doing here? I'm not really social with other people, so I thought we could all celebrate at the hotel's bar at the band. I nodded and followed him inside the hotel as we met up with Brendan and the guys. An hour later, me and the guys had spent most of the night drinking and cracking jokes. Lexi was passed out as I carried her to my room and opened the door for laying her on the bed and sitting down on the couch before falling asleep. When the morning sun came up, I got up from the couch and started to make coffee for me and Lexi. When the coffee finished, I heard the bedroom door open and Lexi walk out of the bedroom with her hair all messed up. How much did I have last night? Enough to get you a night in a jail cell. Coffee? Lexi nodded and gladly accepted before taking a sip of her coffee. I was going to meet up with Nikki and Finn at the gym later. Want to come with me? May as well. Got nothing to do. Sweet. So what's next for you? Not much. Just plan on getting back in the studio and making more music. I'm going to get started on some new material that I've been working on for the last 2 years. Like music that's going to be heavier than what I've been doing for Panic at the Disco. Lexi nodded and before taking another sip of her coffee. I have something to ask you. Lexi looked up into my eyes with a look of hope in hers. I know we've been friends for quite some time, and we've really gotten to know each other on a personal level. And I was wondering if you'd, yes, Lexi, would you be interested in going out with me? Lexi has a wide, wild smile on her face before she gave me a look of joy. I've been waiting for you to ask that for so long. Yes, I'd love to. I smiled and awkwardly hugged her before releasing and realizing that we're running late to meet Finn and Mickey. We should get to the gym. Yeah, definitely should. 2 hours later, I was finishing my workout until I looked over and saw Hunter with another guy by his side. After I did my last rep, Hunter walked over to me and greeted me. Hello, you must be Jake. On Jake Steele or Jake Storm, as the fans knew you as. I'm Paul Levesque, or as you know, Triple H. I just wanted to say that we've been following you throughout your career while you're a wrestler, and me and my business partner Matt Bloom was wondering if you'd like to come for a training session. Hang on, Let's go to a more private part of this place. You and Hunter go to a more private area. Okay, sounds like the offer of a lifetime. But if I hadn't adopted to the music business, then I definitely maybe would take it. Besides, you don't need a washed up wrestler like me anyway. That Jake is 100% wrong. You see, we've been looking for talent that actually has potential in WWE. Looking back on your career in NJPW, you were a member of the Bullet Club, and what we were trying to do is bring that exact team to the WWE. Plus, with your time in the Bullet Club and the superstars that we've acquired, it'd be like a walk in the park for you and your teammates. So, what do you say? I took some time to think about this until I came up with my final decision. Hunter, my decision is I say goodbye. I said goodbye to Mickey and Finn before I wondered where Jake went. That was until I saw him walking out from the back with Hunter and Matt Bloom. Did he just get an offer? Jake walked toward me as Hunter and Matt walked out. What was that about? We'll talk about it over dinner, okay? I nodded before following out to his car as we went back to the hotel and took our showers. Later in the evening, I picked out what to wear for tonight. I hope you'll want me more if I wear this dress. I let my hair flow as I stepped out the room and saw Jake dressed up in a suit. He looked hot, to be honest. Damn, she looked sexy as fuck in that dress. Wait, did I just say that? Anyway, I took a moment to get a good look at her before we walked out to my car and drove to the restaurant. After we arrived, I opened the door for her and we were led to a table. After we placed our orders, that's when she asked me what Hunter offered me today. So, what did Hunter want to talk to you about? Uh, I'm not gonna lie to you, Lexi. He wants me to come by the performance center for a training session, but I told him I need to think about it. Plus, I don't think I want to go back into wrestling. Do you think, or do you know that you want to go back? That's the thing. I don't know if I want to go back. I know that sounds like a lot of pressure, but to tell you the truth, I felt the exact same way. But seeing where you are right now, I think you should take that offer. I mean, the last few months I've been watching your own matches, and I'm not gonna lie, you've got some potential talent and potential in the business. Besides, if you do decide to join, then we could see each other more often without any scheduling conflicts. Well, if you think I should, then I'll do it. I'll call Hunter tomorrow and let him know. As soon as I said that, our food arrived, and Lexi smiled at me and she was excited that I decided to take the offer. After dinner, we went back to the hotel and relaxed for a while as we talked for a little while longer until she found my songbook. Mind if I take a peek? I nodded as she opened it before I joined her side. After getting through the last 5 songs, she was so far impressed with my work. When she got to the 6th song, she was surprised by the title. Is this about me? I nodded nervously as she read it. After she finished, she just looked at me with a wild look in her eyes. I love it. Is there any changes you'd like me to make then? Let me know. Well, there's one thing I have in mind. There's one thing I have in mind, which is without hesitation, Lexi pulled in and kissed me full on. I didn't pull away, but pulled her in for a more passionate kiss. After a few seconds, we pulled away for air. Wow. Holy shit. Wait, wasn't it? I interrupted her with another passionate kiss as she started to lay on the couch before I went in for more. After we broke the kiss, she smiled and looked at me with her beautiful blue eyes as she looked into my. I don't even remember how. Into my green eyes with a wild look. It wasn't until after I got off her that I decided to pop the question. I held her hands. She has very soft and beautiful skin. Lexi, will you be my girlfriend? Lexi giggled at my nervousness as she pecked me on the lips and smiled. Yes, I'd love to be your girlfriend. Jake Steele. She kissed me again. After an hour went by, me and Lexi were snuggled up together in bed as we went to sleep. The next morning, when the morning came, the first thing I did was to call Hunter about the offer. Hello? This is Jake, aka Jake Storm. This is about your offer. I'm in. 3 months later, it had been it had been 3 months since my first training session, and today was my final one before my NXT debut. Hunter and Matt have trained me like crazy, but in the end, it was worth getting my groove back. I was currently in an exhibition match with Lexi watching from afar. I jumped off the top rope, landed on my opponent. The count was complete as I won the match. I look over to see Hunter and Matt applauding me before they got in the ring. Excellent work. Your training is not complete. You make your debut on NXT next week. Congrats, Jake. Welcome to WWE. I smiled at hearing the news before I looked over to see Lexi with the biggest smile on her face as she walked over. I shook Hunter's and Matt's hands before they walked off as I greeted Lexi with a kiss. Afterwards, I took a shower and got ready to leave for the hotel with Lexi. We're now in Lexi's POV, and again, lemon warning thing here. Don't know if I said that right at all, but whatever. I looked over at Jake while he was driving. God, he makes me melt. I'm the happiest I can be with a man, unlike Murphy ever did with me. I didn't know what I was doing, but I felt like I needed Jake. All of a sudden, I mindlessly reached over and grabbed his crotch while he was driving. He looked over at me with lust in his eyes. All of a sudden, he pulled over to a private area where no one could even see us. Why didn't you just say so? After he said that, he took his shirt off before I hopped over to his side of the car and sat on his lap as we were kissing. Next thing I knew, he put his hands underneath my shirt and began to unclip my bra as I took off my shirt. Protection? No, I want to feel all of you. My only question is, do you trust me? I do. Next thing I knew, Jake unzipped my pants and pulled them down to go from my panties, only to find my exposed crotch. Smiled as I leaned over and whispered in ears, "I'm not wearing any." I don't know what it was, but the next thing I knew, that same look in Jake's eyes came back before he went down for a taste. I moaned in pleasure as he kept going. An hour later, after the intense sex with Lexi, she rested on top of me before we realized where we were at. Should we get out of here before someone sees us? Yeah, probably should. We got our clothes back on and drove back to the hotel before we headed to our room and quickly continued our steamy sex session. So that's 11 over. The following night, this is it, my NXT debut. I had a match against Johnny Gargano as I was waiting by the gorilla position with Lexi. Apparently, she had a part in my storyline with my character. Johnny was in the ring. He had to cut a promo before the match. As you can see, I'm still your current NXT champion. The crowd booed him as Johnny played his hero. Don't boo me. I beat Aleister Black fair and square, and you know that. Now, the reason I'm out here is because I'm a fighting champion. So if anyone's man enough to come out here and fight the champion, hell, I'll even put my title on the line. So anyone back there man enough to fight the champ? The arena was quiet for a few seconds until Lexi's theme played. The crowd was excited yet confused on why she was out here until she started speaking to the microphone. No, Johnny, it's not what you think. Yes, I'm on Raw now, but I came back to NXT because Baron Corbin wanted me to find someone who's got potential for the main roster. So everyone, silence your cell phones and make some noise for this man. Lexi finishes as my theme started to play. As I walked out, the crowd went absolutely nuts to find out it was me. Lexi walked uh, beh- uh, Lexi walks beside me while Johnny got ready for the match as I got in the ring, and the crowd cheers as I throw up the hand signs of the Bullet Club. The bell rings as the match started, me and Johnny locking up. After a good 15 minutes, Johnny was about to go for the Gargano escape, but I countered it and super kicked him in the face. I go up to the top rope and do my finisher. I cover Johnny. 1, 2, 3. I sat up quickly, looking shocked. Did I just win the NXT title? Yes. Yes, I did. I ran out of the ring after I snatched the title from the ref's hands before joining Lexi's side with a shocked look on my face. Afterwards, I was backstage with Johnny, laughing and cracking jokes to him before he walked off as I joined Lexi. So how does it feel? I don't know what to say. I mean, for my first match and I'm champion, want to go again tonight? I perched my head up and looked at her with an excited look. Lexi giggled at my response. Haha, me too. And with that, after I took a quick shower, and changed. We drove back to the hotel and got down to business. I don't know what it is, but oh god, she knows what she's doing. After an hour of sex, I had my arm around Lexi as she's tracing circles on my chest. That was better than the first time. I came inside you though. It's okay, I'm on the pill. Sweet. Lexi rested her head on my chest as we lay there silent for a few minutes until she said to break the silence. So does this mean that the Bullet Club might get back together? I have no idea. Hunter said it's all up in the air right now. All I know is that he's doing all he can to get Adam and AJ to get on board with it. Why do you ask? Because I have an idea that you could put in for the storyline. Lexi leaned over and whispered in my ear on what she had in mind, only to earn a large grin on my face while she was telling me her idea. The next day in Triple H's office. I like where this is going, but I'm gonna have to keep it in mind. I'll let you know if anything comes up for AJ and Adam. Thank you for your time, sir. I shook hands with him and walked out with Lexi waiting for me. Well, what did he say? He'll keep it in mind. Lexi nodded as I kissed her forehead while we made our way to the car. We were silent for a moment until I spoke up. I'm going to be recording the music today with my band. Care to watch us? Lexi perked her head up. I'd love to. I'll consider it as my own private concert. I smiled as we started to drive to the studio. After we arrived and got inside, the guys were waiting for me. The guys consisted of my friends Joey, drums, Eric, bass, Dominic, rhythm and guitar, and Isaiah, lead guitar. I greeted the boys and kissed Lexi before walking into the recording studio. Who's the girl? My girlfriend. Anyway, let's give it a shot. The all night as I got my songbook out, put on my headset, and gave our producer the go ahead to start recording. Joey got a beat going as the rest joined in before I started singing. While Lexi was sitting on the couch outside the studio, watching me for the whole recording session, while she smiled back and winked at me several times. Classic. Time went as you were currently at the PC, keeping your physique in check. You came to your last pull up until you felt your a hand on your shoulder. It's Finn. Hey man, did you hear the news? No, what's up? Hunter wanted me to tell you that AJ and Adam were on board for bringing the Bullet Club to WWE. You want you on the main roster as soon as possible? Wow, I've only been an NXT champion for a couple of months. That's another thing. He said. He also said that he's gonna want to talk to you about it sometime soon. Okay, thanks, man. After getting the news, you had an idea up for a challenge. Uh, for anything. Meet me in the weights. 30 minutes later, after an hour and half an hour went by, Lexi walked into the weight room, watching you push as hard as you could with the weights, while Finn watched over you to make sure you don't kill yourself. Lexi walked over as you put the bar up. You sat up only to meet with Lexi's lips connected to yours. After pulling away, you smiled at her and stood up. Well, you think that's enough for today? Couldn't agree more. Gotta go. My girlfriend's waiting for me. You and Lexi looked at him dumbfounded. Girlfriend? All of a sudden, Becky greeted us as she walked in and gave Finn a quick kiss after he stood up. Hey, babe, ready to go? Yeah, let's go. Both of them said bye to you two. After they left, you and Lexi looked at each other, confused and a little surprised with what you two saw. So, since when did they become a couple? I don't know, but you gotta admit that they go perfectly together. Irish power couple. I like it. Ready to go? Definitely. After gathering your stuff, you and Lexi head out. 2 months passed. Tonight was your last night in XT. You're currently texting Lexi from your locker room as you did the same from her seat in the crowd. Here to watch your final match in NXT. While waiting for your cue, you heard a knock at the door to your locker room. Come in. The door opens, reveal Triple H. Hey, buddy, how are you holding up? I'm feeling all right, just a little nervous. Don't worry, it'll be just fine. I just wanted to come by and give you some last minute instructions for tonight. I'm listening. Of course, you know that tonight's your last night in NXT, and the night you drop your title to Aleister Black. You also know that SummerSlam is around the corner. But it's also it's also your in ring debut in a tag team match with Braun Strowman against Baron Corbin and Drew McIntyre. You guys win, but there's a twist, which is Triple H smiles and opens the door to reveal AJ, Finn, Adam, Luke, and Carl, the rest of the Bullet Club. The Bullet Club attacks Braun Strowman, and you reveal yourself as one of the leaders. You smile at the sight of the whole Bullet Club finally back together. You look over to Hunter as he looked back at you and also smiled. We're going to need a bigger wrestling ring. After the final instructions and catching up with the guys for a little bit, you got your cue to head to Gorilla and get ready for your final match in NXT. When you got to Gorilla, you came over across Lexi, surprised. You greeted each other and kissed. Hey, what are you doing back here? You're to calm me down before your match? Nervous? Nah, I know what needs to be done. Just wait until we can be able to travel together. Hell yeah, we are. You smiled at Lexi as she did the same and kissed you again before your music started playing. Had fun, babe. Love you. Love you too. You walk out and hold the NXT title up high one last time and walk to the ring. After a minute, Aleister Black's theme starts playing. His entrance is pretty cool. He walks to the ring, gets inside after the music. You and Aleister lock up. 45 minutes later, punch after punch, blow after blow. You two are exhausted from the fight. You hit your new finisher, the blackout, and go for the cover. 1-2 kick out. The crowd was shocked by the whole match. You go up and top and attempt a leg drop, but Alistair reverses and kicks you off the top rope. He whispers to you, "Let's end this." Okay, kick me. Alistair gets you up and hits you with the black mass and goes for the cover. The bell rings as Alistair stands up and raises the NXT title. After you stood up, Alistair offered his hand for you to shake, and you gladly accepted. The two of you raise your arms up before walking backstage. You walk into the side of the NXT locker room. Triple H and the members of the Bullet Club applauding your guys' performance. That was an excellent debut, you guys. Tomorrow's the official debut of not only Jake Storm, but also the formation of the Bullet Club. Thank you, everyone. Everyone applauds as you bro hug Alistair and watch him walk away until you turn around and see Lexi with tears of joy in her eyes. You look at Hunter. Go ahead, she's been waiting for you. Go celebrate with your girl. You nod and hug Hunter and say goodbye to him before running over to Lexi and sweeping her off her feet in a hug. Words cannot explain how proud I am of you, Jake. Thanks, babe. Want to celebrate when you get back to the hotel? You perk your head up and give her an excited smile. Lexi giggles at your response. Me too. I need a shower first. After after you took a quick shower and got everything you needed, you and Lexi head straight to the hotel. You get to your room and the two of you start undressing. 2 hours later, after 2 hours later of some great sex, Lexi claps on your chest as the two of you were panting hard. That was amazing. Hell yeah. You ran your hand through her hair while she was resting her head on your chest. I'm so glad that you chose to get back in the ring. Same. Now I know that feeling I've been missing for the last few years, which is everything about wrestling. Lexi nodded and kissed you. Round two. Maybe in the morning. Lexi booped you on the nose. You're such a tease. Don't call me the guys for nothing, sweetie. Haha. You kissed her again before the both of you fell asleep. All right, I'm gonna finish this and I'll get to the next part, and then I'm a little all over the place, but anyway. All right, the next night. Tonight was SummerSlam and your official in-ring debut on the main roster. You arrived to the ring with Lexi, hands intertwined, until the two of you came across the other members of the Bullet Club and Triple H. Lexi had to go get ready for her match. She kissed her and watched her walk to her locker room. Afterwards, walk over towards the guys and go over the instructions. Okay, tonight's the night when the Bullet Club officially makes their debut in WWE. Good luck out there, you guys. You and the guys hold up the BC signs, but Triple H tapped on your shoulder. After your match, I want to see you in my office. Is it bad? Not at all. I just wanted to talk to you about the future of the storyline. You nod before making your way to the grill and wait for your cue after Braun's music cut. After a few minutes of trash talk from Baron and Drew, Braun starts to speak into his microphone again. Funny you should ask, because my partner is none other than Jake Storm. After getting a roar from the crowd, your music starts to play. You walk out as the crowd roar got louder and louder. You walk to the ring and pat Braun on the back before the match begins. 10 minutes later, after power slamming Drew to the announce table, Braun got back in the ring and clothesline Baron for tagging you in. You run at Baron as you hit the blackout on him and go for the cover. 1, 2, 3. You and Braun win the match as your music plays. You high five Braun until your music cuts and the screen turns black. After a quick promo, the logo for the Bullet Club comes up and the crowd goes bonkers until Gallows, Anderson, Adam came out with Bullet Club shirts on. Afterwards, Finn's theme plays as he walks out and joins the others on the stage. For AJ's music starts and joins them. Before they all walk down to the ring, you grab the chair and got back into the ring. As the BC members got to the ring, they all surrounded you and Braun in the ring. All of a sudden, you look at Finn and give him a nod before you crack the back on Braun's back and beat him multiple times. The rest of the BC just watched until you took a break and grabbed a mic. Braun had a shocked look on his face. Surprise, I know, but here's the craziest part. You smile as AJ tossed you a Bullet Club shirt. I'm the leader. You continue to assault Braun with the chair. After you finish, you give the go-ahead for the rest of the team to attack Braun. After you assault, all 6 of you hold up the Bullet Club signs before heading backstage. After a few minutes of chatting with the guys for a bit, you went to your locker room, took a shower, and went to Hunter's office. When you arrive, you knock on the door and walk in to see Finn, Lexi, and Becky all in the room with him. Okay, first off, I bet you and Finn are wondering why Becky and Alexa are here. You and Finn nod. Well, I took some time to think about Alexa's idea about her joining the Bullet Club. While I was thinking about it, I came up with another idea. Why don't we have two of WWE's popular women in the women's division along with them, and slowly over time build a women's version of the Bullet Club? Alexa and Becky smile and nod while they get excited over this idea. Overall, that's what will be happening for the next few weeks. But the dawn of the Bullet Club for the women's division will be announced when you and Finn announce the new female members. Any questions? All of you shake your heads. Thank you for all your time and see you next week. You all shook hands and exit the office. Excited. Uh, can't wait to see how all this turned out. Tell me about it, bro. The Bullet Club's official is officially part of WWE. This calls for a celebration. Oh no, Mister. After what happened 3 weeks ago, you're lucky enough that you didn't get arrested after that fight you got into with Drew. Don't worry, babe. I'll go easy on the booze tonight. Yeah, no, come on. We'll celebrate my way. Oh. Becky winks at Finn before she walks to her car. You wish her something funny to Lexi as she let out a bit of a loud giggle. What was that? Oh, nothing. Nothing, bro. Just Uncle Gambit Murphy. Finn says goodbye to you guys before you and Lexi get into your car and make your way back to the hotel. After a while, Lexi decides to be the one to break the silence. Hey, babe. Yes, honey. I just wanted to ask you about something I had on my mind for a while. What's on your mind? I was wondering if I can make a song with you in the band. Well, we already have the album already done and ready to be put out, but I guess we have room for one more. Lexi smiled at thought as she pulled into the hotel parking lot. There's just one thing that comes first. You park the car and turn off the radio. Let me hear you sing. Okay. What song do you prefer? Anything here. I'll even put on the instrumental of a song of the song on for you. Lexi took a bit, but she quickly thought of a song and started to sing. And he put on just the music at the right volume. After Lexi finished, you had a wide smile on your face expressed with her voice. Not bad at all. I'll text the guy who's in the band, see if he can arrange something. Lexi smiled as you kissed her and before you got out of your car and helped her with her luggage. After you two got back to your room and set down the luggage, you picked up your guitar and started strumming random notes while you and Lexi just started singing random lyrics. When you two finished writing lyrics and finding the sound, you and Lexi read what you two wrote and it turned out amazing. I can't believe I wrote a song in less than an hour, especially since I wrote it with an expert in the music world. With a voice like yours, I bet you could even get a side job in music. Lexi smiled and kissed you as you pulled her in, extending the kiss and rubbing her cheek while you deepened the kiss. After a few seconds, Lexi had that look in her eyes again. Take me to the bed. You nodded, picked her up, bridal style, and carried her to the bed before you unbuckled her pants and pulled them off her, revealing black panties. Afterwards, she unbuckles your pants and pulls down your boxers after you took off your shirt. An hour later, you finished. You were thrusting inside Lexi as she gave moans of pleasure before you were about to reach your climax. I'm coming, Lexi. I'm coming. Yes, yes, babe. Give it all to me. Lexi wrapped her legs around your waist when you came inside her and moaned in pleasure as you finished. You fall beside her, and you two start being heavy after you two finish. Afterwards, you kiss Lexi, and both of you fell asleep. Jesus. All right, this is the most explicit I think out of all of them I've read so far. Holy fuck. All right, hope y'all enjoy this. My